Good evening and welcome to our special council meeting, replacing our council meeting for tomorrow night where you places to go. Anyway, first we'd like to start off by, we would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Robinson Superior Treaty Territory and that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and the Métis. We have approval of agenda for the meeting tonight. Everybody's seen it? Any disclosures of interest? Hearing none, we'll get right into the meeting. Under other business, number 1, bylaw 40, 2022. Resolution 248-22. Moved by Councillor McGrath, seconded by Councillor Stefuric. That bylaw 40-2022 being a bylaw to authorize the sale of lands 211 Alberta Street, Plan 388, Section 9, Lot 18, to Mohammed Ashraf, be given first, second, third, and final reading and enacted. Okay. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Gary? Resolution 249-22. Moved by Councillor Stefuric, second by Councillor Sales. That council accept the quotation from Superior Propane in the amount of $4,455 plus applicable taxes for the supply and installation of a 2,000 US WG smart tank and a heating blanket at the Schreiber Municipal Complex. Discussion?
Where is it going, Tammy?
It's going to go beside the oil tank.
So they don't have to like make a new pad for it.
It's already asphalt,
Okay.
so we can put it there. We
Okay.
will have to do a little bit of trenching, but
Okay.
it can go on the asphalt.
Okay.
And that's coming soon, eh? So
The site visit is scheduled for October 12th, and Cloud Darling will come down for that site visit just to make sure that we don't miss anything.
okay. Hearing no further discussion, all those in favor? Carried. Resolution 250. Resolution 250-22, moved by Councillor Stefuric, seconded by Councillor McGrath. That council approve the expenditure request and approval to proceed from the Ontario Clean Water Agency for Schreiber Water Treatment Plant Valve Positioner in the amount of $2,294.69, including applicable taxes. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 251-22, moved by Councillor Morrow, seconded by Councillor Stefuric. that council approve the expenditure request and approval to proceed from the Ontario Clean Water Agency for Schreiber Water Distribution System unidirectional flushing in the amount of $10,000, including applicable taxes. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Resolution 252-22, moved by Councillor McGrath, seconded by Councillor Morrow. That council approve the expenditure request and approval to proceed from the Ontario Clean Water Agency for the Schreiber Water Treatment Plant TU 5300 turbidity meter upgrade in the amount of $23,506.56, including applicable taxes. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 253-22, moved by Councillor Sales, seconded by Councillor Stefuric, that council approve the expenditure request and approval to proceed from the Ontario Clean Water Agency for the backflow preventer annual service at the Schreiber Water Treatment Plant in the amount of $1,511.14, including applicable taxes. Discussion?
I guess this question is for all of them. What is the administrative fee at the bottom of all these? Like on their invoices? What does that mean?
It's their administrative overhead, that they charge, and it's,
For them like finding the stuff? Or?
it's essentially a bit of that overhead fee that, usually it's about 10 to 15% that, sometimes contractors do.
Okay.
And yes, it's supposed to be for them basically, doing the due diligence to get the work together or in place. Is there anything else you'd want to clarify for that, Tammy?
Yeah, it's just sourcing the parts, and the 10% is quite standard. It's low in the standard, actually.
Okay.
But it's, they have to get their quotes and secure the contractors for installation and all that kind
Okay.
of stuff.
I gotcha.
So that's the low end. What would be the high end, Tammy?
30%?
30%?
Yep.
Wow.
Alright.
I think usually industry standard's about 15.
Yeah, so could you if somebody's charging you 30%, can you question them on
Yep.
why they would be charging that much?
Yeah, certainly.
If the standard's 15, why are they at 30? Yeah, so something to keep an eye on, I guess.
Okay, all those in favor? Carried. Okay, number 4. The Draft Community Safety and Wellbeing Advisory Committee terms of reference.
So this was a recommendation from our Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan. It recommended that we create a leadership committee and a implementation committee. Just in terms of the logistics, I think it would be far easier just to combine those two committees that were recommended into one Community Safety and Wellbeing Advisory Committee. It's going to be a committee of council where we can have a member of council sitting on here as well as a staff liaison. In the interim, right now, what we have is a lot of local agencies that are participating in discussions with myself and Terrace Bay pertaining to social issues in the community, issues pertaining especially to affordable housing. So the idea is hopefully to get that group structured in some sort of formal process where this terms of reference can help serve in formalizing those meetings and organizing something for us where we'll meet the implementation requirements of that community safety well-being plan.
Who would the staff liaison be?
The staff liaison would likely be either myself or possibly our finance and special projects coordinator.
Okay.
You see this getting to be a busy committee going forward?
I think it depends on pertinent social issues and their prioritization at the time. So certainly depending on a scenario where housing availability, if it becomes a major issue, it certainly is now, and the concern is, right, if any people get displaced, for instance, what would Plan B be? So I can certainly see it, what do you say, emergency meetings called, forward for this committee. But other than that, we've been meeting more on a monthly basis. And the way it's organized, right, it will include Terrace Bay and include
Yeah.
local agencies and.
So we had an
Yeah.
example of that earlier this year where people were displaced, so that would be,
Exactly, and that circumstance was actually what led to all the agencies coming together. And it actually worked out quite well because it allowed us to put two and two together and say, well, we have everyone sitting at a table together, let's formalize it into a proper committee.
okay.
Yeah.
So this is just a draft for now, and I'll have to get feedback from the agencies and see what they think about this and how they would like to proceed as well.
Good stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay, number 5, Township of Schreiber Christmas Social.
We are currently planning a date potentially on December 9th, that's a Friday. What we will need to know from council is whether we can proceed or not.
Well, the last two years, it was account of COVID that we didn't pull the trigger on it, so.
Just because the planning is quite substantial,
Yeah.
and in order to confirm a caterer, to confirm music, all of these contracts need to be properly in place.
Yeah.
You budget for it?
Yeah.
It's in the budget.
Yeah, then go.
It's in the budget, and
It's already there.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to wait till the next meeting or anything, or,
As long as the money's there for it, why not?
I go ahead with it, even though, okay.
I think we're less worried this year than we may have been in the
I
past.
mean, it's still lurking around a little bit, but
Yeah. I mean, we're all, most of us are protected. And, yeah.
Well, and people will have the choice.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
people can say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people don't wanna go, they don't, for sure.
it's a while down the road yet, so.
Yeah, it's just that, yeah, they just want some direction to
Right.
go ahead with it. Okay, sounds like you got direction then.
Okay. We'll start planning and confirming some contracts.
Okay, resolution 254 22, moved by Councilor Morrow, seconded by Councilor McGrath, that pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001, as amended, the next portion of this meeting be closed to the public to discuss a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality. All those in favor?